Okay, can I have your attention, please? Sorry you don't get to listen to music during warm-ups. As some of you know, or most of you know probably, this is Cancer Awareness Month, October. You'll see the pink ribbons in the girls' head. There's so much more pink for that. So, just wanted to give you a little information on that real quick. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women. 1 out of 8 women born in the U.S. will get breast cancer at some point. October is the time to raise awareness about finding breast cancer early. Don't wait to find out. Be aware that you are potentially at risk and should take the precautions in order to find it early and take the steps needed to fight it. There are about 458,000 deaths from breast cancer each year. So we have some donations for this cause that are going on. If you could donate to the concession stand. But we're also having a raffle. We've got three chocolate rolls here. So we're going to raffle off. We'd like to invite our friends from Rich County to participate in this if they'd like to as well. It all goes for the cause. Did I say raffle? It's an auction. Thank you. My assistant. 7th grade. Okay, so here's the chocolate roll right here. There's some chocolate sauce that goes along with it. So we'll go ahead and start bidding on that. If you can just raise your hand when you want to make a bid. So let's start the bidding at $50. I've been ready to bid $50 for this chocolate roll. Okay, this isn't like a cattle auction where I start high and then come down. Okay, we've got $50 here. Do we have 60? $60. We have 70. Okay, stand at 70. We have 80. 80. 90. 90. 100.
Rebel Volleyball is on.
What a barn burner we have here tonight. Rich leading 16-15, set and match point for the 3rd time. Kendall Staple to serve. Staple down the line. Giles passes up into the net. A Crawford drop in Randolph's service ace.
The 2019 season starts a new chapter of Rich High Volleyball as coach Wendy Lamborn takes the reins and leads the Rebels onto the court.
It's stuffed. Epic recreation block of the game by Eliana Brown.
Crank up the volume and join us for Rich Rebel Volleyball.
Stacy back corner, perfect spot.
On Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Brown sets high and outside. Hatch hits down the line, back corner, she got it in there. And the Rebels win on a Bear Lake Realty kill from Sydney Hatch.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, the Come On In of Casper, by Auto Farm Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Plains Tire, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cash Honda Yamaha of Cache Valley, and by mylocalradio.com.
The Eagles barely get to it, but it's stuffed. There's your epic recreation block of the game. Sage Tingy read that perfectly.
And now, Rich High Volleyball fans.
Wallenstein, a laser that hits the top of the net, rolls over the top and in. A 4th service ace in 5 serves by Allie Wallenstein.
Pull on your lucky socks, set your seat to full recline, and get ready to cheer on your Rebels as we head courtside to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan STEINECKERT.
Good evening, Rebel fans, and welcome to Rich High Rebel Volleyball on KADQ and mylocalradio.com. Tonight, the Rebels continue a short non-region slate as after last night's 3-0 win at Duchesne, the Rebels back on the road tonight at Cokeville. Just up the road, not too far. The first service scheduled for 6:30. But I think they're going to get things started a little bit earlier if they can. JV and freshman matches went quickly. And we've got your pregame show brought to you by the town of Randolph, the mayor, board members, and town clerk of Randolph. We'll hear from them, then we'll set the scene for tonight's match of Rich Rebel Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 with live video online at mylocalradio.com.
Established in 1870, Randolph, Utah is home. Home to the Rich Rebels, to hardy people of high character, and to values of dedication, honesty, hard work, education, and respect for self and others. Randolph is also home to friendly folks who love their families, their town, and their neighbors. Count yourself a neighbor whenever you visit Randolph, Utah. Mayor Lynn Weston and the Town Council of Randolph wish the Rich Rebels good luck and invite you to visit anytime.
In today's world, with so many places to shop and so many options to choose from, sometimes you have to boil it down to one simple question: where do I get treated the best? At Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, we work hard to make sure every customer knows how much we appreciate them. We love what we do and we believe in the products we sell. Our goal is to build a lasting friendship with every customer so we can serve you and your family for generations. Visit us today, Cash Honda Yamaha, 3765 US 91, Hyde Park, Utah.
Welcome back to Cokeville and the Town of Randolph pregame show. We've got an exciting match for you tonight as the Rebels take on their cross-state rival, the Northeast Utah Rebels, against the Southwest Wyoming Cokeville Panthers tonight at Cokeville. This scene set is brought to you by Rich County 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. As you see on our Rich County scene set screen at mylocalradio.com, Rebels come in at 14-5 overall. They beat Duchesne last night in 3 sets. Rich is 7-1 in Region 22, and in the latest RPI rankings, the Rebels come in 3rd, just a few small percentage points behind Intermountain Christian, which is just 3 percentage points behind Panguitch. Panguitch 1, ICS 2, Rich number 3. Monument Valley, since earlier this week, has dropped down to number 4. And so that's where Rich sits currently, again 14-5 overall, and the Rebels are on a hot streak. They've won 8 consecutive matches, and they've won 24 consecutive sets. The Rebels have not lost a set since a 3-2 loss at ICS on September 19th. Now, let's be honest here, that's going to change tonight. The Rebels will likely lose 1 or 2, maybe 3 sets as a very good Cokeville team that comes in at 19-5 overall. They're 4-0 in the 1A Southwest Wyoming. That's in the 1A. They're 18-0 in their last 6 matches. They have not lost a set, so a similar streak to what the Rebels have. Their last loss was against Star Valley, which looks like the top 4A team in Wyoming. It's a very good, or one of the top 4A teams in Wyoming. Maybe Kelly Walsh a bit better, or at least on the west side of the state of the Cowboy State. But Cokeville, a very good team, 18-5, and again, as I mentioned, they've won their last 6 matches with 3-0 sweeps, including last night at Lyman, a 3-0 sweep of the Eagles. Now, Cokeville, the history is incredible. State championships, 2 in a row, and a total of 23 since 2008. So in the last 11 years, 7 state titles: 08, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, and 18. And again, since 1985, so that's 34 years. Cokeville has won 23 state championships. They've only not won the state they've not won the state championship fewer times than they have won the state championship. 23 of the last 34 years. An incredible run, and this week, currently, the WyoPrep's #1 ranked team, Cokeville Panthers, hosting the Rebels tonight. Cokeville so far made quick work of the Rebel freshmen and JV teams, taking them out in 2 straight sets. Now in Wyoming, the freshmen and JV go best 2 out of 3, and Cokeville beat Rich in the freshmen 25-20, 25-15. In the JV, 25-20, and a very close 25-23 in the 3rd set. Now, the last time these teams met was last year. They keep each other on the schedule every season, and then once in a while they'll also meet at the Cokeville tournament. That hasn't happened for a few years, but Cokeville has beat Rich 2 in a row. Last year, 3-0 win. The year before that, 3-2. The Rebels had won 3 in a row from 2014 through 2016, but it's mostly been Rich Rebels beating Cokeville over the years, except for the last 2 years that Cokeville has won 3-0 last year and 3-2 the year before that. That's your scene set. We'll have more in-depth look at this series between Rich and Cokeville coming up on our Lake Town Ledger just before the opening serve. But for now, we continue with our Rich County 4-H scene set. Rich County 4-H empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. You're tuned into the the Town of Randolph pregame show, brought to you by the mayor, board members, and town clerk of Randolph. And we'll hear from each of the coaches, Bill Thompson of Cokeville, and then actually caught up with Ellie Brown earlier this week. So we'll hear from her on our pregame show coming up shortly here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
In 4-H, we believe young people have the power and influence to improve the world around us. With hands-on learning and education programs, 4-H members pledge their head to clearer thinking, their heart to greater loyalty, their hands to larger service, and their health to better living. To learn more about 4-H in Rich County, stop by our office in the county building in Randolph or give us a call at 435-793-2435. 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
Welcome back on the Coaches Show, brought to you by Stacy's Repair. Need a repair? Take it to the ones who truly care. That's Stacy's Repair in Woodruff, Utah. This is the Wendy Lamborn Coaches Show, and it's Rich versus Cokeville. These teams met a year ago, and Cokeville won 3-0 at Rich, 3-2 the last time the teams met here. And Cokeville riding a 2 consecutive state championship streak, and they've beat the Rebels both of those last 2 years as well. Stay tuned. We'll hear from Cokeville's coach Bill Thompson right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
With Bill Thompson, head coach of the Cokeville Panthers. Coach, as always, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Tell me about your season so far. I mean, we know you won state last year. You continued the legacy of state championships. And who do you bring back?
Basically, we bring back Camille Nate and Allison Peterson and Emma Tiger and our libero, Sydney Brown. We bring those 4 back. And so just kind of pick up some replacement players, which we always have in the background.
Has it been a smooth transition or a tough transition with those 4 coming back to replace who you lost?
You know, it actually has been pretty smooth, mainly because the girls get along so well with each other and they understand their potential and they know what they need to do. So,
do you feel like you're on track to? I mean, you always want to win another state championship. Do you feel like you're in a good place at this point of the season?
You know, sometimes it's still too early to say, but you know, I think we're just as good as last year's team. You know, last night we played Lyman and swept them at their place, which we have never done before. And so right now we're playing pretty good ball. Hopefully that we're not peaking too soon.
Now, Coach, I haven't studied your schedule, but I know here at your tournament to open the season, I believe you lost against Evanston. A week or 2 later, you beat them, didn't you? What are you seeing that your team's doing better?
Basically, our serve-receive is doing a lot better and our serving, which causes our hitting to be a lot higher. So that was a good thing that I noticed from the 2 tournaments that we played in. So, yeah.
Do you feel like you've got good height this year? That's kind of hit and miss with smaller schools. You never know when you're going to get some height. You've got a little bit this year?
We got a little bit of height, and we'll have some again next year, so I'm excited for that too. But, yeah, it's always nice to have a little bit of height.
You've had some great matches with Rich over the year or over the years. It's always fun for this rivalry to continue. What do you know about Rich this year? What are you expecting today?
You know, I talked to Wendy earlier today, and she's excited about what they're doing, and I kind of tried to follow their schedule as much as I could. And But they have been playing pretty good. I noticed that they had also swept Lyman last week, I do believe it was. And so I expect it to be a hard-fought match.
What does Rich do? I mean, this is different now this year with Coach Cindy Stewart not coaching anymore, Coach Wendy Lamborn taking over. But what does Rich do year in, year out that you have to worry about?
They have great outside hitters. Every year I can count on it that their best hitters are going to be on the outside, which is what you would do, that I would do as well, but they're really good outside hitters.
That's definitely something to worry about. That's how you score points.
Yes, exactly. And they also serve receive real well too. And when you get that combination, that's a tough team to beat.
Coach, is there anything else you want to touch on?
No, it's always good to have you here, and appreciate you being here and letting people. My daughters actually kind of like to listen and watch a little bit of the games, and it's fun to have you guys here and know somebody who knows volleyball.
Can I ask, you're wearing a pink ribbon for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Do you want to touch on that at all?
You know what? To be honest with you, I turned that over. I have nothing to do with that. We got a couple of our players on the team that has put this whole thing together, and they have some sort of presentation they're going to do at the beginning of the varsity game. So, yeah, it's in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Good luck tonight and throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure to talk with Coach Bill Thompson of the Cokeville Panthers. Our Coaches Show is brought to you by Stacy's Repair. Need a repair? Take it to the ones who truly care. We're about 7.5 minutes away from getting underway in this match, so let's move along in the Town of Randolph pregame show and hear from a Rebel when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, are proud to support the Rich High Rebels in creating their own path and leaving a trail of success in athletics and in activities, in education and in life. Serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997. Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
With Eliana Brown, a senior at Rich High School, member of the Rich High volleyball team. Ellie, thanks for your time.
Yep, no problem.
Eliana, do you care?
Nope, I don't care.
All right, Ellie, last week you guys swept Lyman, you swept ICS, you swept Manila. Did you guys all just pull out the brooms, or what happened?
I think, especially for the home games with Lyman and ICS, I think the student body helped a lot. You know, it's a lot more fun to have that kind of energy. And since it was homecoming, I think we're all kind of pumped, and I think it was just like the whole atmosphere just really helped us. So
there has to be more to it. You guys had lost in 4 against Lyman at Cokeville. You lost in 5 at ICS. What was different? How did you play so much better this last week?
I feel like with us, I don't know what changed, but our energy, you can definitely tell by the way we play when we have more energy and when we're more focused, and when we don't, you can definitely feel like the change in the game. So.
Give me a little peek inside, like the chemistry of the team in the locker room, so to speak. What do you guys like as friends, as teammates?
Well, I think it definitely helps when in practice in the week before, we're not like during ladders and stuff, we aren't angry at each other, because I know a lot of time there's a bunch of competition, but coach has changed that so we don't know where we are on the ladder, so we can't see that. So it's not like we can be angry at anyone. So I think that's helped, and I think as long as we're all just like working together and we're all happy with each other, then it works a lot better.
So it sounds like you've found ways to better celebrate each other's successes.
Yeah, yep, for sure.
Ellie, what kind of successes do you feel like you're having as a senior individually?
Mostly blocks is the best thing I got going for me right now. I'm not really a hitter or a digger, but I can block pretty well, I feel like.
One thing I've noticed this year, it seems like, maybe I've just noticed it more, but it feels like, I mean, in past years, like when Liliana, your big sister, was a senior, it was high and outside, and nothing against that, but it feels like there's a little more variety this year, and maybe that makes it tougher for defenses to defend.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it used to be only outside pretty much, but now we have done a lot of back hits and a lot of like back row hits, which has been a huge change from before. So yeah, I think it is, especially from teams that have watched us and played us before, it is a big difference because it's such a mix-up.
You don't get a lot of those back sets, but when you've gotten them, you've been effective.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You have to be humble. You've been very good. You take pride in getting blocks, or what part of your game do you really want to shine, want to be your best?
I really like blocking. I like the front row, and since that's the one I really want to, and since everyone depends, I guess coach wants me in there for blocking, so I really want to perfect that and just show her that I can, I guess.
How tall are you?
5'8".
And like your wingspan, like if you reach up, how close are you to the top of the net?
Like a few inches, I guess, from the top.
So it takes some timing. It takes, what else does it take to get those blocks?
Yeah, timing, and then just really jumping. Me and Kendall, I think, and Sydney can jump up there pretty good, close to elbows at the top of the net. So it really is, timing and then knowing the hitter that you're going against.
Ellie, this week you've got at Cokeville Saturday. Anything that you're thinking mostly about or preparing mostly for?
We're mostly worried about Cokeville because they're usually a really good team, and we're going to be on their home floor, so I think it's mostly just a focus for Cokeville and just working on what we can do to defend against them.
Probably a big focus of the week will just be continuing to improve and work on passing and all the little things about your own game, right?
Yeah, yep.
Ellie, is there anything else we should touch on about Rich High Volleyball?
I don't think so.
Congratulations on the big wins last week in homecoming. You guys looked great.
Thank you.
Good luck this week with Duchesne and Cokeville. Eliana Brown, a senior at Rich High School, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Ryan.
Well, thanks so much, Coach Brown. Eliana Brown, a senior here at Rich High School, member of the volleyball team. And thanks so much, Ellie. Rebels with a 3-0 sweep at Duchesne last night. Have their hands full tonight with a very good Cokeville team. And our first serve is coming up in just a couple of minutes. This coach's show has been brought to you by Stacy's Repair. Need a repair? Take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Eliana Brown, and you're watching Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio and mylocalradio.com.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Established in 1870, Randolph, Utah is home to the rich rebels, to hardy people of high character, and to values of dedication, honesty, hard work, education, and respect for self and others. Randolph is also home to friendly folks who love their families, their town, and their neighbors. Count yourself a neighbor whenever you visit Randolph, Utah. Mayor Lynn Weston and the Town Council of Randolph wish the rich rebels good luck and invite you to visit anytime.
Welcome back to Cokeville Panther Gymnasium. Ryan Steineckert here. Gary McKee running camera tonight as the Rebels take on the Cokeville Panthers. And it's time for your Lake Town Ledger. This is the Town of Randolph pregame show, home of the Rich Rebels, the Town of Randolph, which is the Rebels' good luck. And on the Lake Town Ledger, brought to you by the Town of Lake Town. Good luck from the Mayor and Town Council of Lake Town. Rebels and Cokeville Panthers since 2004 have met 15 times. In that span, Rebels have 11 wins, 4 losses. Rich won 4 in a row in 2011 and 12, 3 in a row from 14 through 16, but Cokeville has taken the last 2. 2 in a row for Cokeville Panthers, and they've won 6 of the last 8 sets. They beat Rich 3-2 2 years ago here at Cokeville, and then beat the Rebels last year in Randolph 3-0. So the Rebels looking to bounce back this year against Cokeville. It's Breast Cancer Awareness tonight, so of course Breast Cancer Awareness Month, you may see some pink throughout the stands, and they're going to stand and do the national anthem. We'll take one more quick break. quick Pledge of Allegiance. They raffled off, or auctioned off rather, some cakes earlier tonight, and boy, it was impressive the generosity of some different individuals in the crowd from both Rich County and from Cokeville. Again, your Laketown Ledger, the history of this series between these two teams has been brought to you by the town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from the Mayor and Town Council of Laketown. Time for your starting lineups, brought to you by the Christopher Staple family, wishing the Rebels the best. That's Sunshine, Christopher Staple, and family. The Rebels will start junior at number 2, McKenna Stacy. Junior number 10, Libero, Sage Tingy. A senior number 5, Allie Walentine. Senior number 6, Kendall Staple. A junior number 32, J.C. Cornea. A senior number 35, Eliana Brown. And senior number 45, Sydney Hatch. Again, your starters are brought to you by Christopher Staple family, wishing the Rebels the best. And the Cokeville Panthers, again, if you're just joining us, the Cokeville Panthers beat Rich in the freshman match 2-0, and 2-0 in the JV match as well. Starting is a senior number 6, Camille Nate. A senior number 2, Emma Teichert. A senior number 3, Allison Peterson. Number 10, a senior, Lily Richardson. Number 9, a senior, Bailey Allred. Number 14, a junior, Sydney Brown, the libero. And a junior, number 5, Riley Teichert. 6 seniors on this team. 5 of them start. Mallory Hoffman, a 5'4" senior, will get some time as a defensive specialist tonight. And the rest of the 5 seniors get the start with Riley Teichert, a junior, and then libero, a junior, Sydney Brown. Camille Nate, a very good setter, and they've got some good height on this team. Camille Nate, the setter, 5'10", so that's a dangerous height for a setter. As far as dump sets, maybe some opportunities to hit. Go Allison Peterson, a middle blocker at 5'9". Emma Teichert, outside hitter, and Riley Teichert, the other outside hitter. 2 of the shorter players on the varsity, the starting roster, but they both can really hit. And then middle blocker is Lily Richardson. She's 5'9". So look at this roster for Cokeville, and they've got some good height on this team. That's shown itself in an 18-5 record this season. Is it 18 or 19? 18-5, 19-5, and they swept Lyman last night, 25-17, 25-18, and 25-19. Starting lineups are brought to you by the Christopher Staple family, wishing the Rebels the best. Again, just to compare scores for you, Cokeville beat Lyman last night 25-17, 25-18, 25-19. So 17-18-19. The Rebels beat Lyman back September 26th, about a week and a half ago, at home, 25-22, 28-26, and 25-15. Not too different of scores. Cokeville a little more in control, you might say, of those matches. Looks like Cokeville will have the beginning serve, brought to you by Town & Country Realty, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Pam Cornea, give her a call at 435-779-0012. The Panthers get the whistle. Cokeville in the home whites, Rebels in the road blues, white numbers. And Cokeville with an ace to start things off. McKenna Stacy played it at the last second, probably could have let it go for a service error, but instead shanked it to the back wall for point number 1 of the match. Again, the beginning serve brought to you by Town & Country Realty in Bear Lake. Second serve, Stacy better pass this time. Cornea high and in the middle. Hatch hits it. It's dug, tipped high, passed up front, and passed over the net. Right to dig, or pass by Tingy. The Rebels set it up. Walentine hits through the block, dug up on the back line, pushed and high and outside. Big hit to the back corner. Stacy can't control it. 2-0, and a big, strong, quick shot on that attack by the Panthers. It's an ace and a kill. Tingy receives, good pass. Cornea in the middle. Hatch tips it over, diving dig. This is a Cokeville team that, in addition to their good skill, the big hitting, they're a very good, scrappy, hustle team as well. They play one off the net and keep it alive. Stacy passes up front. Cornea keeps it alive, and Hatch has to pass it over the top. High and outside they go again. Teichert hits, punched high by the Rebels. Rich sets up the attack, hits long and out. 3-0 Cokeville on top on the Station on Main scoreboard. Lily Richardson back again to serve, with Cokeville leading on their home court 3-0 in this first set, brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Cornea high and outside. Wallenstein touches it over. A diving dig. Set up, touched over the other way, and this time it's a point for Cokeville. The Rebel touch attack doesn't work. The Cokeville touch attack does. Kill for Bailey Allred. And Rich trails 4-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Richardson serving right to left if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com for Cokeville here in the first set. Tingy passes it over. Rich didn't get a good pass initially. High and outside. Tykert, big hit. The Rebels block it. It's bounced back and forth. The bench plays it one time as well. Rich finally gets the point it was looking for. 4-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. The side out, and Allie Wallenstein sets to serve. Service is long and out. An error makes it 5-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Stacy receives. Cornea passes high back line. Wallenstein with a jump attack. Quick set. Tykert hits. Rebels deflect, dig, but push it or lift it on the touch on the pass attempt. 6-1. Cokeville leads big here in this first set on the Station on Main scoreboard. First set brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Service by Bailey Allred is long and out. 6-2 following the service error. Rebels trail by 4 here in the first set. Sydney Hatch serves, barely passed, but they get a good pass, slap it on a roll attack, and the Rebel dig attempt shanked off to the side and out. A kill. I believe it was Allison Peterson on the hit, on the kill. Makes it 7-2. Cokeville with the lead. Jump serve. Tingy receives, passes on the very back line, and the Rebels have to just pass it over. Set, high and outside, big hit, cross court. Tykert with the hit. Rebels dig and push it back over to the Panthers. Quick set, hit deflected by the Rebel block. Wallenstein digs from the back line. Stacy hits cross court, dug up toward the net. It's a little bit of a collision between Peterson and the center, Camille Nate, and Nate's set attempt through Peterson goes out of bounds. Point to the Rebels, 7-3. Rich trails on the Station on Main scoreboard. Cornea serves. Passed up front. Nate sets high and outside. Big hit down the line by Emma Tykert for the kill. 7, make it 8-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Cokeville leads in set number 1. Rebel blocks are brought to you by Epic Recreation. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. Sydney Brown, the libero, is with the service. Wallenstein, good pass. Cornea high and outside for Stacy. McKenna hits big, and she's stuffed. Blocked to the floor. Tingy tried to dig it up, but couldn't get underneath it. 9-3, Cokeville leads on the Station on Main scoreboard. Brown to serve again, right to left. Brown in the black libero jersey with the orange numbers. Stacy receives, high pass up front. Back set, Staple goes back left corner and hits it long, wide, and out. 10-3, Cokeville up big in the first set. Brown, a couple of dribbles, slaps the ball, spins it, and serves. Stacy receives. Cornea high and outside for McKenna. She'll hit cross court. Brown digs it. High pass. Nate high and outside. Tykert hits cross court. Deflected by the Rebels. Looked like it was probably in the corner, in on the corner as well. 11-3. Emma Tykert with her second kill of this first set. 11-3. Cokeville leading big. Rebels struggling to score points and to get a good pass. Brown serves. Stacy, better pass. Cornea back line. Wallenstein hits, and it's a diving dig off to the bleachers. Cokeville keeps it alive, and Brown, her third touch was a bit short. 11-4. Rebels get the side out, but trail by 7. McKenna Stacy back to serve. Left to right for mylocalradio.com. Nate, quick set. Tykert touches it across. Wallenstein passes it backwards. Stacy up front to Cornea, about passed over. Passed high. Nate again sets high and outside. Tykert touches down the line. Cornea with a dig for Rich. Stacy up front. Staple passes it across. Nate again high and outside. Tykert comes in hot. Hits cross court in for the kill. Emma Tykert with her third kill to make it 12-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. They haven't gotten that fourth point up there yet for Rich. We'll see if they get it here before too long. Back to serve Camille Nate, the setter. Cornea high and outside. Wallenstein hits into the block and gets it through. The blockers are a little too far back from the net, and AWOL picks up the Bear Lake Realty kill, Rebels' second kill of the night. 12-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels trail. Kendall Staple serves. Brown's pass way up over to the up official. Somehow saved by Tykert. The Rebels scramble and pass it over. Back line pushed or passed up front. Nate high and outside. Touch down the line, out. Just barely by Tana Tykert on the hit attempt with the left hand. Boy, she rushed into the net, tapped it over. Rebels didn't have anybody there. Got lucky it was out of bounds. 12-6, Rebels trail. Staple again with the service. Nate high and outside. Tana Tykert, big swing, hits low into the net. 12-7. Rebels deficit is down to 5. Kendall Staple serves again for Rich. To the back line, long and out. Second service error of the set. 13-7. Cokeville leads on the Station on Main scoreboard. Set 1 brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Rebels were swept last year by Cokeville at Rich. Same Rebel team, a little bit different on the Cokeville side, but they're pretty similar. Diving dig, overpass to Rich. Cornea high and outside to Wallenstein. AWOL hits cross court just wide and out. 14-7. Cokeville up by a touchdown. The Cokeville Panthers last night on the gridiron hammered, just destroyed the Natrona County JV team. Rebels, meanwhile, lost at Enterprise. Stacy from the 10-foot line hits it just a bit low. 15-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels trail. They had climbed to within 5. The lead is back up to 8. Wallenstein receives. Cornea high and outside for AWOL. Hit, blocked, and Rich not there to dig it. 16-7. Coach Lamborn takes a timeout. We'll take one too on the Station on Main scoreboard. It's 16-7 Cokeville here at Cokeville on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
In Rich County, we know that our children are our future. Helping our kids grow into kind, productive adults is a community effort. This is Rolene Kennedy, Auto Farm Chevrolet's Rich County representative, serving my neighbors for more than 20 years. My kids are Rich High School graduates. When you need a vehicle, come and see me, new or pre-owned. I'll always treat you with respect and honesty, the Rich County way. Auto Farm Chevrolet, we're a community-driven dealer. Go Rebels!
Started to touch on Rebel football last night, a 41-6 loss at Enterprise. Also last night, Duchesne beat Layton Christian 53-0. North Summit over Monticello 50-0. Rebels set up the attack, hit, it's deflected and kept in the air. Cokeville touches it back to the Rebels, set it up, and Hatch from the middle hits. Cokeville is in the net, plus it would have been a kill for Sydney Hatch, a Bear Lake Realty kill. As she hit it was deflected out of bounds. Rich gets the side out it needed after the T7 Propane in Woodruff timeout. Allie Brown with the service. Tykert, no, that's not Tykert. It is Tykert. Receives, they set it up and hit it low into the net. 16-9. If I have a question, not sure who it is, I'll say Tykert. You got Emma Tykert, Allison Tykert, Riley Tykert, Tana Tykert. 4 Tykerts on this varsity roster. Set it up high and outside and hit again. That blocked by the net. Maybe the Rebels blocked it as well, but the block drops to the back line and in. 16-10. Rebels climbing back in. Some good defense there. I didn't see who got the block, but it's an Epic Recreation block of the game. Ellie Brown serving left to right for Rich. Serves low into the net. Third service error of this first set for the Rich Rebels. 17-10, Cokeville leads on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels have yet to serve an ace. A Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace. Boy, I could use a Crawford Trough Angus burger. The Rebels could use a Crawford Trough service ace. Hatch hits, big one. Dug up into the net. Teichert keeps it alive. Nate kept it alive. Rebels dig, set it up. Wallentine's hit, stuffed. Straight to the hardwood. Boy, straight down as you can get. That was a acute triangle type angle. I mean, Wallentine hit it, and it was just straight back down to the floor. Service, Rebels receive. Cornea in the middle. Hatch hits, blocked out of bounds. Point to the Rebels. 18-11. Whether Hatch consciously hit that to kind of the side of the block, or the block was just a little off target, maybe a combination of both. Hatch earns a Bear Lake Realty kill, her second of this first set. Wallentine serve, long and out. Fourth service error of this first set. Rebels trail 19-11 on the station on main scoreboard. Service by Teichert. I think it's actually Bailey Allred. Rebels receive. Cornea. Hatch hits, blocked backwards behind Hatch and in. 20-11. Cokeville leads on the station on main scoreboard, and it is Bailey Allred serving. Allred gets the whistle and serves right to left at mylocalradio.com. Stacy, decent pass. Cornea high and outside for McKenna. Taps it across into the middle of the defense. Dug by Teichert. Set up and hit. Rebels deflect the block. Wallentine digs. Cornea in the middle for Hatch. Sidney hits back corner in. Sidney Hatch with the Bear Lake Realty kill. Deflected and it stayed in the back corner. 20-12. Rebels need about 8 more of those in succession to stay in this first set. Brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Sidney Hatch serving. Could really use that Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace, but instead a unsponsored service error. 21-12, the 5th service error of this first set. Not a good number for the Rebels. And then Rolene Kennedy set number 1. Service by Riley Teichert. Rebel pass is high and straight up. Rich sets it up on the back line. Wallentine, nice attack from the back line. Nate tries a dump set and hits it into the net. Just a little too soft. And that gives the Rebels the point. 21-13, Rich trails. J.C. Cornea serves. Back line, Teichert passes up front. Nate with a quick set. Cornea able to pass it or push it up high. Rebels set it up. Stacy's hit blocked. She tried to dig it but was off balance and couldn't control. 22-13. Rebels down in this first set with Cokeville serving right to left. Brown with the service, the libero. Wallentine serve receive, shanked off to the side. A service ace for Cokeville. 23-13. Panthers lead by 10 in the first set. Brown to serve again for Cokeville. Sydney Brown, a junior, 5'3". She's the libero. Wears that black libero jersey. Serves to the back line. Wallentine passes high. Cornea high and outside for Stacy. McKenna hits it down the line. Dug up on the back. Set up. Teichert's big hit stuffed. Ellie Brown or Kendall Staple, one of the two, with a monster Epic Recreation block. 23-14. Rebels, again, I said it a moment ago, and I'll say it again. They need 8 or maybe 10 of those. 10 points here to keep things alive. Mackenzie Smith in to serve. Good pass. Nate dump set, and the Rebels not there for it. Dump set for the kill, Camille Nate. And Cokeville has set point 24-14 on the station on main scoreboard. Stacy checks back in for Rich. She, along with Tingy and Staple on the back line, set to receive this service from, I think, Riley Teichert. Stacy receives it, back corner, passed over by Tingy. Nate sets high and outside. Tana Teichert's hit. Staple blocks it, or was that Eliana Brown? I think it was Brown that time. Another Epic Recreation block. For all your rentals in Bear Lake, visit epicrecreation.net or find them on Facebook. Staple serves. Brown receives for Cokeville. Set high and outside. Tana Teichert's hit. Rebels barely keep it alive. A couple of one-handed flailing touches, pancake dig, comprehensive family dental dig. Rebels keep it alive. Touched over, deflected at the net by Richardson. Set up by Tana Tykert. Rebels block it again. Down the line, the Panthers push. Stacy is there. Cornea sets. Hatch hits. Back corner. Brown dives to keep it alive. It's passed over. Cornea digs it up. Rebels set high and outside. Walentine's hit stuffed by the net. Cokeville takes the first set, 25-15. That was eerily similar to how Cokeville won set 2 in the JV match. The hustle, the diving plays to keep things alive. 25-15. Cokeville takes the first set on the Station on Main scoreboard. First set has been brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Chevrolet.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Kendall Staple. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 and MyLocalRadio.com.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Pretty convincing victory in the first set for the Cokeville Panthers, 25-15. They beat the Rebels. Cokeville has now won 19 sets in a row, and the Rebels' winning streak of 24 sets in a row comes to an end. The Rebels had won 24 in a row in 8 straight victories, but that comes to a close, as all streaks do. The more concerning part of that first set, Rebels had 5 service errors and no service aces. Allie Walentine will look to change that here as she serves the first one. The opening serve of set number 2, and she does it with a Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace. Rich takes its first lead of the match, 1-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Walentine with the service, brought to you by the Crawford Trough. First serve of each set is presented by Town & Country Realty. Walentine serves again. Brown's pass goes up and over, and McKenna Stacy goes up and cracks it down. 2-0, a Bear Lake Realty kill for McKenna on a happy birthday. McKenna's first kill of the match. And that can tell you, that give you a description or an illustration of how rough that first set was. McKenna's usually, well, she is the leading hitter for this team. Nate passes and passes again. They pass it over. Cornea in the middle. Hatch hits, back line, diving dig. Nate pushes high right at the net. Tipped over. A Panther is in the net. That was Tana Tykert. And the Rebels lead 3-0. This service by Allie Walentine on point. And the Rebels have jumped out to a 3-0 lead in set 2, brought to you by Town of Woodruff. Brown's pass, back line. Nate, high set to Tana Tykert, touched into the middle. Walentine, a diving dig, is an overpass. Set up, tipped, touched, and the Rebels dig. Cornea High and outside. Stacy hits. Back line in there. No! Oh, boy, from here. That looked in from here, no question. Coach Bill Thompson quickly off his feet to say, hey, let's, to the Rebel fans, he's the linesman. Let's let him do his job. But, boy, that looked close. Service, Rebels set it up. Wallentine's hit, hits the net, rolls over and out. 3-2. Rebel fans still jawing about that call on the back line. I mean, he's got a good angle. He's right there, but that looked like most of the ball was in from this angle. Stacy hits, blocked, tied at 3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Set number 2 brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Sabie, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson with Secretary Lisa Bell. Lily Richardson serving. Has 1 ace already in this match. Looking for her second. Tingy, nice pass up front. Cornea, back set for Hatch. Sydney hits back corner. It was deflected. Rebels asking for the deflection. They don't get it. Looked to me like it was, but I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again, including right now. The Rebels trail 4-3 after no deflection on that hit attempt. Lily Richardson serves. Stacy, good pass. Cornea, high and outside for McKenna. A few feet back from the net. Good slap across. Diving dig. Set up. Tana Tykert hits long and clearly out. The Rebels deflect. No, we're tied at 4. Gives Sydney Hatch the service. The senior serving right to left for Rich on the here at Cokeville and on mylocalradio.com. Down the line, just out. 6 service errors in the match. First of set number 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. That's Rich with 6 service errors. Bailey Allred serves. Rebels passes an overpass. Nate sets it up in the middle, hit and blocked by Staple, and a lift for Cokeville to try and keep it in the air. So give Kendall Staple the Epic Recreation block and the Bear Lake Realty kill in 1. Gives J.C. Cornea the service for Rich, right to left. Tied at 5 in set number 2. Serve receive goes way up high, straight up, and the second touch is a double hit. Rich retakes the lead, 6-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard. J.C. Cornea serves again for Rich. A low serve receive, passed high. Nate Tykert hits. Rebels not in position for that Tykert hit. Ties the score at 6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rich lost the first set, 25-15. Tana Tykert serving left to right. Cokeville in the home whites. Rebels the road blacks with blue down the shoulder. Rebels set it up, and Stacy hits it across. Dig, set, and the hit into the net by Emma Tykert, I believe. Gives Rich the lead back, 7-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And Mackenzie Smith checks in to serve. Again, Rebels attacking right to left at mylocalradio.com, and this is Smith for the Rebels with the service. Brown serve receive up off the backboard, 3 bounces, falls off the backside. 2 players play it, and then they pass it over. Smith, nice pass up front. Cornea high and in the middle. Wallentine has to go a long way to get there on a short set. And the Panthers set it up. Big dig by Mackenzie Smith, straight in the air. Rebels set. Wallentine hit, and it's dug. Passed back over to Rich. Tingy up front. Cornea high and outside. This time for AWOL. Down the line, just out. The soft roll attack looking to make a McKay Frankham precision play of the game. Misses wide and out. Give Sage Tingy and Mackenzie Smith digs on that exchange. Tingy receives the service. Cornea, and then Stacy passes it over. Brown, the libero, they set high and outside to Tykert. Down the line, Cornea digs it up and overpass. Set up, hit in the middle, Rebels stuff it. Kendall Staple, or was that Allie Wallentine with the Epic Recreation block? I have a hard time seeing who makes those blocks, so I usually look to see who celebrates and who gets the most pats on the back. That looked like AWOL. Kendall Staples serves, back line, long out. 7th service error of the set, or of the match rather, ties the score at 8 in set number 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Rebels had 5 service errors in the first set, 2 so far here in the second set. Into the match, Riley Teichert back in on the front line. Rebels have Brown, Tingy, and Stacy set to receive. Tingy, good pass. Cornea hardly has to move. Set up for Brown. Big hit from the right side. Ellie showing some power we haven't seen much this season. And a Bear Lake Realty kill for the senior, Eliana Brown. 9-8. Ellie awarded with the service for Rich. Right to left, and Brown serves. Good one, too. Sydney Brown set or passed way on the back line, passed over. Stacy, perfect pass up to Cornea. JC high and outside. Wallenstein touches it across. Dig. Nate high and outside to Teichert. Stacy digs it right at the net. Cornea, nice footwork to stay out of the net, but then Hatch misfires on the hit attempt, tying the score at 9 apiece on the Station on Main scoreboard. Station on Main, how convenient. They've got the coldest drinks in town. And some delicious deli food. All kinds of great food. Teichert serving. That was Emma Teichert. Rebels set it up front, or pass it up front. Cornea dumps it with one hand. Nate high and outside for Tana Teichert. Back line, Tingy digs. Cornea into the middle. Stacy hits back corner. Dig by Teichert. Set up by Tana, or two Tana Teichert. She hits and the Rebels dig. High and outside. Wallenstein taps it back to the corner. Panthers are there. Set it up for Tana Teichert. Her hit low and into the net. 10-9. Rebels retake the lead by 1 on the Station on Main scoreboard in set number 2. Again, Cokeville took the first set 25-15. Rebels attacking right to left. This is Allie Wallenstein. She started the set serving, and Rich jumped out to a 3-0 lead, but serves long and out. 11 make it 10-10. We're tied again. And back to serve goes Lily Richardson. Tingy receives. Cornea has to go out of bounds to get to it, and the Rebels pass it over. Teichert. Nate high and outside for Tana Teichert. Hit deflected by the Rebel block. Up to the net and touched a little late by Harley Harmon. It was an overpass, and she went up to tap it down with two hands and just let it slip under her hands and onto her side of the net. Sydney Hatch serves long and out, and the Rebels just, boy, it's in their head now. That's 4 service errors tying the score. You take those 4 service errors, and if Rich scores a point on half of those, Rich leads 13-9 instead of having a tie score 11-11. Cornea sets in the middle. Staple hits back corner. Got it in there. Nice touch attack by Kendall Staple for her second Bear Lake Realty kill of the match. 12-11. Rebels retake the lead. Bear Lake Realty, highest volume and most experienced realtor in the Bear Lake Valley. Gary McKee. Visit bearlakerealty.com. JC Cornea serving. Received by Teichert. Brown passes high, and Nate passes over. Tingy, good pass up to Cornea. High and outside. Stacy hits back corner long and out. That ties the score back up at 12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Tana Teichert serving low into the net. First service error of the match, or second rather, service error of the match from the Cokeville Panthers. They've got 2. Meanwhile, the Rebels, 9 service errors so far. Mackenzie Smith serving with Rich on top, 12-13. Rebels service. Received by Brown. Passed up. Nate high and outside. Teichert touches it over. Smith digs. Cornea in the middle. Staple hits back corner. Too far. Tying the score back up at 13. We've been tied at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Rebels took a 3-0 lead, and Cokeville promptly tied it back up with 3 straight points. Brown serving for Cokeville. Tingy receives. Cornea on the back line. Sets for Stacy. Big hit to the back corner. Tana Teichert digs. Camille Nate sets. Teichert hits. That was Emma Teichert on the hit, long and out, putting Rich back on top by 1, 14-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Serve receive, shanked off to the bench. A Crawford Trough in Randolph service ace for Kendall Staple, puts Rich up by its biggest lead of the match. No, second biggest lead. Led 3-0 early in this second set. Staples serves again. Brown goes to her knees to receive. Nate high and outside for Teichert. Hit down the line, and Emma's hit is deflected out and to the floor off of Rich. 15-14. Rebel lead back down to 1. Camille Nate to serve. Senior. Part of 2 straight state championships for Cokeville. They won it 2 years ago, won it again last year, and won a Wyoming. Nate serving left to right for Cokeville. Tingy receives. Dump set by Cornea. Nate passes, set, and passed over. Cornea passes. Brown high and outside. Set for Wallenstein. Hit cross court. Brown digs. High and outside. Nate goes again for Teichert, and that set too close to the net. Emma couldn't get a good hit on it. 16-14. Rich pushes back out to a 2-point lead in set number 2, brought to you by Town of Woodruff. Cokeville took the first set 25-15. Eliana Brown serves long and out. Service error number 5 of the set, 10 of the match. Rebel lead down to 1. 16-15 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Service to the Rebels. Cornea sets, and Hatch hits through the block to the floor. A diving Sydney Brown couldn't quite get to it. Sydney Hatch with her 4th Bear Lake Realty kill of the match. 17-15. Rebels lead by 2 with Allie Wallenstein back to serve. Allie serves strong, high serve receive. Nate sets in the middle and a double hit, double touch on the service. Gives Rich a 3-point lead, 18-15 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Wallenstein serves. Tana Teichert passes high. Nate sets for Teichert, and Tana hits it over. Tingy digs. Cornea high left side. Stacy rather crushes it down the line into the corner. 19-15. Bear Lake Realty kill for McKenna Stacy. By my count, just her 2nd kill of the match, and that was a big one by McKenna. Another Bear Lake Realty kill. Allie Wallenstein serves. Brown high pass. Nate high and outside for Tana Teichert. Big hit. Rebels dig, punch it high. They keep it alive and keep it over inbounds. Nate, quick back set. Rebel block is there. Stacy tipped by Hatch. Stacy hits. Diving dig attempt by Nate. She can't get underneath it. And that was actually Bailey Allred with the diving dig attempt. And the Rebel fans get behind their Rebels as Stacy gets another Bear Lake Realty kill, and the Rebels lead by 5, 20-15 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in the T7 or the Town of Woodruff 3rd set. We'll take a timeout, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff.
When you enter the city limits of the Town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to a place with the coldest temps and the warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Sabian, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
Go Red Rebels!
15-20, Rebels on a 4-0 run. And with the service, Allie Wallenstein, right to left, serves low into the net. Sometimes that timeout is what it takes to get a server off her groove. 20-16, the Rebel lead down to 4. Dips to 4, we hope. Lily Richardson serves. Brown receives. Good pass. Cornea high and outside for Stacy. McKenna hits, deflected by the block, and dug high. Nate, good set. Rebels deflect it, keep it alive, and pass it over. McKenna Stacy's soft pass almost found the hardwood. Tana Teichert touches it across. Rebels dig. Cornea in the middle. Hatch too hard. Long and out. 20-17. Cokeville within 3. No, a miss. They changed the call. A Panther was in the net. So Rich back up by 5. 21-16 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Sydney Hatch serves. I'll tell you about the laugh in a second. Tana Teichert, big hit, splits 2 Rebel defenders, 21-17. Just got a message from my wife that our 6-year-old just drew 2 skulls and crossbones on our couch cushion at home. Service by Bailey Allred. Rebels get a good high pass, set it up. Stacy hits to the back line. Tykert digs. Nate high and outside. Tykert touches over the Rebel block. Good dig by Brown. Rebels set it up, and Stacy touches it with 2 hands and over. Set up, Rebel block. Another Epic Recreation block. Cokeville sets it up again, hit into the middle. Rebel diving comprehensive family dental dig attempt not quite there. Not quite in time. 21-18. Panthers back to within 3. Panthers with the service. Allred rather. Rebels overpass and a quick, easy happy birthday for Allison Peterson. 21-19. Rebels need a good pass. Allred serving. Rich had a 21-16 lead, a 3-0 run by Cokeville. Stacy, good pass. Cornea sets. Stacy hits off the block to the back corner and in. Bear Lake Realty kill number 4 of the match for McKenna Stacy, 22-19. Rebels need 3 more points. They lost the first set, 25-20. And we're in set 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. JC Cornea serving for Rich. Right to left at mylocalradio.com. Cornea serves. Tykert passes. Nate high and outside for Tana Tykert. Pushed down the line, 1 hand. Cornea digs high and outside. The Rebels go to Stacy. Her hit blocked. She dives to try and dig it up, but can't get underneath it in time. 22-20 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Cokeville gets the service back. Tana Tykert serving. Stacy's pass off out of bounds. Cornea gets there, and Wallentine and Brown were both looking at it. Brown backed off just at the same time as Wallentine backed off. They both thought the other would take it, and neither one did. 22-21, Cokeville within a point. Tana Tykert. Wallentine receives. Cornea high and in the middle. Staples hit, blocked. Stacy digs. Cornea high and outside for Stacy this time. Back corner, Tana Tykert digs. Nate, short set in the middle, deflected to the floor. Rebel side ties the score at 22 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Timeout on the court. We'll keep it right here. The Rebels had a 21-16 lead since that point. A 6-1 run for Cokeville. We'll see if this timeout does the trick for Coach Wendy Lamborn and the Rebels to get a couple more points. As we keep it here during this T7 Propane and Woodruff timeout, let's take a look at our Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Bear Lake Realty, the highest volume and most experienced realtor in the Bear Lake area. Gary McKee called today at 435-946-8888. They've got some beautiful homes available in lots of different price ranges. Lots of timeshare options as well. Plenty of options at Bear Lake Realty. Visit bearlakerealty.com. All right, let's get back to the regular action. We're tied at 22 in the second set. Rebels serve receive. Cornea dump set back corner. Just out. Great idea. She just pushed it a little too far, and Cokeville retakes the lead late in this match, or in this second set, 23-22. Cokeville took the first set, 25-15. Wallentine receives. Cornea bumps it high or passes high, and Stacy just taps it across, barely dug up. Nate high and in the middle. Big hit by Peterson. Up at the net, 50-50. Back to the Rebels, then back to the Rebels again. Stacy touches it down the line of the net, right in front of the up official to tie the score at 23. Bear Lake Realty kill for McKenna Stacy, a candidate for the precision play of the game, brought to you by McKay Frankham Dental Services. McKenna with that soft kill. Mackenzie Smith serves. Panthers touch it over. Cornea back set for Brown. Eliana hits it. It's blocked, and she digs it up. Tingy, Staple, back line, too long and out. Staple was going over her head to get over the net and hit it too long. 24-23. Cokeville was set point. They took the first set 25-15. The second set is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Sydney Brown serving. Down the line, Tingy passes. Good pass. Cornea high and outside for Wallentine. Hit down, blocked. It hit the antenna, and Cokeville takes set 2, 25-23 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Panthers lead 2-0 in this match at Cokeville. Second set was brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Sabey, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Ken Stewart, and Jason Peterson with Secretary Lisa Bell.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Eliana Brown, and you're watching Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio and mylocalradio.com.
When shopping for a vehicle, it's important to have a good selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. It's also important to have a knowledgeable salesperson that listens, a finance team that helps you get the payment that matches your pocketbook, and a smart office staff that makes sure all the paperwork is done right. You can always rest assured knowing that our whole team is working for you. Auto Farm Chevrolet. Stop in today. We're a community-driven dealer.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live. Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Got underway quickly in set number 3. Lily Richardson with the service ace. Rebels played it twice, but the second hit went into the bleachers. Good serve receive this time. Hatch hits, deflected by the block. Nate passes into the middle, touched across by Allison Peterson. Rebels dig. Hatch hits again, back corner, lunging dig. Nate stays somehow on the right side of the net with her set. Rebels dig and set high and outside for Wallenton. A-Wall's hit, touched and punched over. Hatch taps it right back in a lift. Will give the Rebels the point, tied at 1. Sydney Hatch with her 5th Bear Lake Realty kill of the match. Set number 3 is brought to you by Rich County Government. Rebels with a championship cause. Allie Wallenton serving. This is do or die set for the Rebels. Service ace brought to you by the Crawford Trough in Randolph. Allie's second, I believe, only the second of the match for the Rebels. Make it third of the match. 2-1, Rich leads by a narrow point here in the third set, brought to you by Rich County Government. Nice dig by Ellie Brown. Stacy hits across or down the line and gets it in. 3-1, Bear Lake Realty kill for McKenna Stacy. I think it was Kendall Staple with that other service ace in this match. Rebels with far too many service errors, and Wallenton winds to serve again. High pass up near the rafters. Set high and outside, touched into the middle of the Rebel defense. Stacy lunges and pulls up a comprehensive family dental dig. Rebel hit is blocked right back to Rich, and the Rebels set it up, and Wallenton hits from the very back line. Set up high and outside, Tykert hits, somehow rolls it over the net, and again, Stacy lunges out and pulls up a comprehensive family dental dig. Dug high, set high and outside by Nate, and touched across by Tykert. Brown digs, and Cornea That pass was a little too far outside. She had to step back to set it and lifted it. So 3-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels lead after losing the first 2 sets, 25-15, 25-23 in sets 1 and 2 respectively. Stacy hits cross court. Brown digs, high pass. Set high and outside. Teichert hits across to the back line, too long and out. 4-2. I've gotten used to saying hitting cross court because that's what Cokeville has done so much of, but not this time. Mallory Hoffman, the senior, checks into the game as a defensive specialist for Cokeville as Sydney Hatch drops back to serve for Rich. Rebels serving left to right in this Rich County Government third set, and Hatch serves long and out. Service error, 4-3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 service errors. That's 11 errors, make it 12 service errors for Rich in the match. Rebels, good pass. Staple passes it over. Nate high and outside. Big hit by Emma Teichert. Boy, she's on her game there with the kill. And that ties the score at 4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Boy, she can really hop. Reminds me of Julia Hopkin with how high she gets up for that hit. Service by Riley Teichert. Rebels receive, scramble, can't keep it up. 5-4, Cokeville retakes the lead. Panthers lead in the Rich County Government third set. Teichert serves way out, long and wide. Just the 3rd service error of the match for Cokeville. Compare that with the Rebels' 12. Good serve by Cornea. Not a great pass, but Nate gets off a nice set, but the Rebels stuff the hit attempt. Ellie Brown with the epic recreation block. I've got that as her second or maybe third of the match. That gives Rich the lead back, 6-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in set number 3, brought to you by Rich County Government. Sydney Brown receives for Cokeville. They set it up and slap it over. Stacy, easy dig. Cornea back set. Ellie Brown hits back corner. Teichert digs up front. Nate, low short set into the middle, touched by Peterson. The Rebels dig and set up high and outside. Stacy hits right at Mallory Hoffman, who digs it the wrong direction. 7-5. Bear Lake Realty kill number 7 for McKenna Stacy. Rebels didn't compete well in the first set. 25-15, Cokeville took it. Second set, Rebels led 21-16, but Cokeville outscored Rich 9-2 the rest of the way to earn the win. Rebels sent it up. Cokeville digs high and outside. Teichert hits long and out, and they say the Rebels deflected it. Rich says, no, we didn't touch it, but the back line judge says they did. So 7-6, Cokeville gets the point. Rebel fans already not happy with him. That one won't help. That hit was too high for a Rebel to deflect it. Rebels don't have any height to get up that high. Cornea high and outside. Staples hit. She misfired. 7-7, we're tied. Tingy and Stacy both give teammates some encouragement to try and get things going again for Rich. Trailing 2-0. 7-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Sydney Brown serving. Walentine receives. Cornea passes high, and Stacy passes it over. Not a great pass. Overpass by Cokeville. Stacy goes up and cracks it, but Brown digs. Nate high and outside for Teichert. Hit cross court, and Tingy. Beautiful comprehensive family dental dig. Walentine hits the back corner. Brown digs for Cokeville. High and outside. Teichert again hits down the line, but out. 8-7. Lucky spot for the Rebels, as they had nobody within a long ways to try and play that or dig that ball. Stacy digs, passed out of bounds, kept alive, and passed over. Stacy, nice pass. Cornea doesn't have to move. Sets high and outside for Walentine. AWOL into the block. She took something off it. Somehow looked like she was swinging hard, but then pulled the change up, and it just touched the block and rolled to the floor. Nice attack by Allie Walentine for the Bear Lake Realty kill. Serve, receive, shanked off, but kept alive. Slapped across to Tingy. Cornea back set. Ellie Brown hits, blocked, and the Rebels dig. No, it was 4 hits. Blocked by the net. 9-8. Walentine's third Bear Lake Realty kill of the match. moments ago. 9-8, Rebels lead by 1, trailing 2-0 here in the Rich County Government third set. Rich County Government, Rebels with a championship cause. Service, Stacy, good pass up front. Cornea high and outside to Wallenstein. Alley's hit deflected and dug by Teichert. Set up, hit, stuffed. Ellie Brown and Kendall Staple in the area again, and I believe that was Ellie Brown with the Epic Recreation block of the game. Boy, she just knocked that one right down to the hardwood. Gives Kendall Staple the service. Could really use a Crawford Trophy and Randolph service ace. Sydney Brown hits it the wrong direction, but Cokeville keeps it alive. But their third touch does not clear the net. Doesn't count for a Crawford Trophy and Randolph service ace, but counts as good as one. It's the point to Rich. 11-8, Rich leads in set 3. Brought to you by Rich County Government. Serve, receive, short. Nate plays it. Tana Teichert hits it into the Rebel block, and it drops on the Rebel side. 11-9. Teichert took something off of that swing and just placed it to the side of the Rebel block, and so the deflection by the Rebel block took it to the floor. Stacy lets this service go, and it drops in there on the line in the corner for the service ace. That's just the fourth service ace of the match for Cokeville, but they haven't needed a lot of aces. They've only got 2 or 3 service errors. Stacy receives. Cornea passes high, and McKenna passes it over. Up front, Nate, quick set in the middle, hit, Rebel block. It's passed back over. Rebels hit it. It's tipped back to Rich, and the Rebels control it and pass it over. Brown, good pass up front. Nate high and outside. Teichert hits. Rebel block, deflects it. Pass up at the net. Brown tips it over. Nate sets it again, and this one just passed over by the Panthers. Rebels get a good pass, set it up high and outside. Wallenstein hits back corner. Dig, Nate high and outside again, just touched over by Riley Teichert. Cornea sets, Hatch from the middle, hits cross court. Camille Nate touched it, but went the wrong way on her touch. 12-10. Bear Lake Realty kill for Sydney Hatch, her 6th of the match, and the Rebels lead by 2. Rebels had a 21-16 lead late in the second set, but were outscored 9-2 down the stretch as Cokeville came from behind to win. Service error by Rich makes it 12-11, a 1-point Rebel lead. That's the 13th service error of the match by Rich. Stacy receives. Decent pass. Cornea high and outside for Wallenstein. Dug up. Nate high and outside. Big hit. Stacy with a lunging comprehensive family dental dig. Rebels pass it over. Wallenstein's pass goes out of bounds, but Teichert plays it. Emma Teichert did. Set up and hit by Riley Teichert into the Rebel block and out of bounds. Ties the score at 12. Cornea saw that block come off her hands to her right, dropped to the floor. She watched it go, but with nothing she could do. Lily Richardson serving with a score tied 12-all, and she serves long and out. Second service error of the set, brought to you by Rich County Government. Rebels with a championship cause. Rebels lead by 1, 13-12 in set 3, trailing 2-0 in the match. Wallenstein with the Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace. Allie's 3rd of the match. Makes it 14-12, a 2-point Rebel lead. Wallenstein set to serve again. Couple dribbles, spins, runs, and attacks. Misses just long. And Riley Teichert was there to play it, pulled her hands back at the last second, and let it go by for the service error. 3rd error of the set for Rich, 14th of the match. Dump set by J.C. Cornea, and it works. Allison Peterson tried to touch it right back over and just misplayed it into the net. 15-13. Give J.C. Cornea a Bear Lake Realty kill, her 2nd of the match. Annie Peart checks in to serve. Coach Lamborn looking for somebody who can serve without the error. Annie running jump serve, nice one. Good serve received. Nate sets, hit. Rebels deflect it and dig it up. Cornea high and outside for Stacy. Big punch down the line. Bear Lake Realty kill makes it 16-13 Rebels. McKenna Stacy with a home run ball. She was swinging away and found the court, the hardwood. Peart serves again, cross court. Riley Teichert. Nate back to Riley. Hit roll attack, and Stacy digs. Cornea high and in the middle. Staples hit, deflected, dug, and passed. Tykert with the hit down the line. She's out, but it was deflected by the Rebels on the hit. 16-14. Rebel lead drops to 2. Again, Cokeville took the first 25-15 and the second 25-23. Riley Tykert serves. Rebels overpass. Easy play for Camille Nate. She'll tip it right back down on the Rebel side. 16-15. Nate with a handful of kills in the match. And the Rebel lead drops to 1. Riley Tykert spins it and delivers the service. Brown pass right close to the net. Cornea keeps it alive, and Staples hit. Dug by Sydney Brown. Passed high, and Tykert punches it across. Peart digs. Cornea high and outside to Stacy. McKenna crosses, gets it cross court, and a double touch, no, a lift on the dig attempt with 2 hands. 17-15. Rebels push back out to a 2-point lead with J.C. Cornea serving left to right at mylocalradio.com. Here in this third set, brought to you by Rich County Government. Rebels with a championship cause. Cokeville on top 2-0 in the match, 2-0. Soft attack, Rebels dig, Staple hits, blocked, kept in the air, passed up high, right at the net. Camille Nate with a dump set. Funny looking dump, but it worked. Rebels dug it up. Stacy, big hit right at Mallory Hoffman again. Bear Lake Realty kill for McKenna Stacy is her 9th of the match. And the Rebels have pushed out to a 3-point lead. They had the same score at the same point of the second set and wound up losing 25-23. Cornea serves again. Brown, good pass up to Nate. Camille high and outside. Tykert hits. Rebels deflect and dig. Cornea high and outside for Stacy. McKenna hits, deflected, dug up by Tykert. Emma, Camille Nate to Tykert. Emma Tykert hits. Looked like a double hit on the set, but the Rebels don't get the call. Instead, Ellie Brown says, we'll just punch it in this way. A Bear Lake Realty kill, and Ellie Brown knocks it down the line for the kill, and the Rebels lead 19-15 with a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on mylocalradio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports Boosters, LSR Refrigerated, and the Walletines in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Walletine clan wish the Rebels good luck. And by CAD Answer Technical Services, proudly supporting the Rich Rebels. The staff at CAD Answer Technical Services wish the Rebels good luck on the field, on the court, in the classroom, and in life.
Go Rich Rebels!
Well, the bad news is my son just drew skulls and crossbones on our couch cushion. The good news, it's the old couch. So maybe we can just turn the cushions over and look back on it and laugh. You want to buy it, Gary? I got some art for sale. A skull and crossbones. 19-15, Rebels serve. High and outside, Emma Tykert hits right through the Rebel block to the floor on the Rebel side. Coming out of that timeout. Some critical moments of timeouts that have changed the tide. Rebels were up by 5 in the second set. Coach Thompson called a timeout, and Cokeville outscored Rich 9-2 the rest of the way in that second set. Rebels were up by 4 here in this third set. Timeout. They get a quick side out. Rebels pass it over. Nate high and outside. Emma Tykert comes in hot. Net blocks it. Can the Cokeville Panthers continue to play? They dig it back over. Staple on the overpass, cracks it down for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Kendall Staple with her third Bear Lake Realty kill of the match, and the Rebels push back out to a 4-point lead, 20-16 in set 3. Stacy serves, clips the net, drops in. Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace. A potential McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. Stacy serves this time right at the upper arms of Riley Tykert. Cokeville digs it, keeps it alive. Rebel pass clear back to the student section, and the Rebels scramble and keep it alive and pass it over. Nate high and outside. Tykert, big hit. Rebels slipe and keep it alive again, pass it over. Boy, what a dig. Comprehensive Family Dental dig by Stacy, but then Tykert with the big hit into the Rebel block on the Rebel side of the floor. 21-16, yep, they did. Same score as in set number 2. Rebels had this same 21-16 lead, and Cokeville outscored Rich 9-2 in set 2 to win 25-23. J.C. Cornea dump set and a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Tana Teichert. Rebels go back up by 5, 22-17 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Teichert just mistimed that little slap. Sydney Hatch back in. Hatch, Wallenton, and Brown on the front line as Kendall Staples serves. Back corner, Riley Teichert, long pass up front to Nate. Long set and tipped over. Brown digs, Rebels pass. Stacy hits from the back line. Dug up by Riley Teichert. Nate passes a back set, big hit. Stacy digs into the bleachers. Point to the Panthers. It's a 4-point Rebel lead, 22-18 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Service by Emma Teichert. Rebel serve receive, clear back into the student section. They scramble, so do the Rebels, and keep it alive. Nate passes high or sets high and outside. Teichert down the line in the corner. It's in there. Big time, strong hit and perfect placement in the back corner. Rebels take a timeout. 22-19. Coach Lamborn doesn't want to see the same result here in this third set as they had in the second. We'll take a quick timeout as well, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on MyLocalRadio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports Boosters, the Wilson Ranch in Randolph. Good luck, Rebels, from Dale, Kim, Kyler, and Casey. Remember, the harder you work, the more good luck you'll have. And by Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply, a custom shop specializing in leather and wood goods, with a farm feed and supply store to boot. Proudly supporting the Rich Rebels, the Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply Store.
Twice the Rebels' passes have gone back to where the student section is. Twice the Rebels have been unable to continue play there. Once they've been able to. Serve receive, Tingy. Rebels set it up in the middle. Hatch hits. Yes, she looked right. Hit left. A diving dig attempt by Allison Peterson. No, by Emma Teichert. She couldn't get it. Sydney Hatch with her 7th Bear Lake Realty kill of the match. And the Rebels need 2 more points. It's 23-19, and Coach Thompson takes a timeout. We'll keep it right here during this timeout and take another look at our Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Of course, the Rebel fans down here on our left. Rebel student section didn't make the trip. I was hoping for a rowdy Rebel student section. They were loud and proud last week when Rich hosted Lyman and ICS, but you see some Rebel fans to your left there. Bear Lake Realty. Here's a great idea, and Bear Lake Realty can show you how to make this happen. You buy a home, you can rent it out so it pays for itself. You can enjoy it some of the time as well, and soon you have your own beautiful dream home in beautiful Bear Lake. Visit bearlakerealty.com or call 435-946-8888. That's 435-946-8888 to learn more about how to make that happen. Ellie Brown serving for Rich, leading 23-19. Serve receive out of bounds. Nate keeps it alive, and it's passed over by Lily Richardson. Rebels set it up. Cornea high and outside. Wallenton touches down the line of the net. Nate high and outside. Teichert hits. Stacy with a comprehensive family dental dig from her backside. Hatch touches it. It's dug up into the net, and the Rebels have a set point, 24-19 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Ellie Brown serving. Boy, could we use a Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace here. Brown looking for it, serves long and out. We get the opposite of what I wanted, 24-20. Set point Rebels. Cokeville has a 2-0 lead. We're in set 3, brought to you by Rich County Government. Rebels with a championship cause. Service, Tingy receives. Cornea, back line. Stacy passes it over. Just clears the net. Passed up, Nate, quick back set, hit. Diving dig by Brown out of bounds. 24-21. Rebels lead by 3. Again, set point for Rich in Rich County Government's 3rd set. Stacy passes, Cornea passes, and Wallenton from the 10-foot line hits, deflected out of bounds. Rebels win 25-21. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Allie Wallenton gives the Rebels the set and forces a set number 4. This third set has been brought to you by Rich County Government, Rebels with a championship cause.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Kendall Staple. Thanks for tuning in to Rich High Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
What could be better than a fresh, mouth-watering burger from the Crawford Trough in Randolph? Top it with cheese and thick-cut bacon, or throw in some mushrooms and make it a double. Now we're talking. Add home-cut fries and a creamy shake, and you might just think you're in paradise. With crisp salads and tasty wraps, plus onion rings, perfectly cooked chicken, cold drinks, and silky smooth ice cream, the Crawford Trough is the place to eat and drink at 120 South Main in Randolph.
Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The town council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District. Is it time to stop wishing for your dream home in beautiful Bear Lake? If you're ready to make your dream a reality, Bear Lake Realty can help. With residential and land listings, so you're working with the best. Visit bearlakerealty.com and come and enjoy the Caribbean of the Rockies with us.
I'm not sure what happened with our internet there, but we had a few points. Internet just dropped out from under us. The Cokeville High School internet was working great, and then just all of a sudden stopped working for us. Cut out our audio and a couple other things. Anyway, in the interim, the Rebels got down 5-1. Just got a point as one of the Cokeville players was in the net. Rich trails 5-2. Annie Peart serves. Teichert receives. That was Riley Teichert. Set up and hit down the line. Rebels deflect it and keep it alive. Harley Harmon on the attack. Rebels from the back line, pushed across by Wallentine. Touched backwards by Nate. Set up and pushed across again by Harmon. Brown digs. Cornea sets in the middle. Staple back corner. Just long and out. 6-2. Cokeville leads. They had a 6-2 lead in the first set and went on to win convincingly 25-15. Cokeville won the second set 25-23. Rich took set 3 25-21. Dug up, passed over. Rebels set it up. Cornea high and outside. Stacy down the line. Nice shot by McKenna Stacy for the Bear Lake Realty kill. McKenna's 10th Bear Lake Realty kill of the match. That's by my stats, which are, of course, unofficial, but I think I'm pretty close. JC Cornea serving for Rich. Right to left here in this fourth set. Cornea serves, passed up front. Set up and hit. Back line, it's in there. Nice attack by Jamison, or Bailey Allred rather. 7-3. Rebels had won 24 straight sets before losing the first set. Cokeville had won, 19, 20 straight sets before the Rebels beat them in set 3 tonight. Peart passes. Cornea from the far sideline. Staple hits, deflected, dug by Teichert. It was Riley Teichert on the dig. They set it up for Emma Teichert. The Rebels block it, but hit so hard it deflects down and bumps into the leg of the up official. 8-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels trail in set number 4. Cokeville out for blood, but they serve long and out. 8-4 following the service error. That's just the 5th service error of the match, the 5th for the Cokeville Panthers. Rebels with 16 service errors in the match. Stacy serves, pass way up high in the air. Nate sets it across, diving dig by Peart, as that was a nice attack by Emma Teichert. Rebels set it up. Wallenstein's hit, it's up off the ceiling, and 6 Panthers can't get it because of the deflection. They were all in a circle right around where it came down. They looked for it to go to the right. It bounced, deflected back to the left and to the hardwood. 8-5, Rebels lead. McKenna Stacy serves, cross court, beautiful serve. Quick back set by Nate, touched across, and that looked like a Wilt Chamberlain touch. Boy, long push, but the hand didn't get under the ball, so an easy kill for Camille Nate. It was like a Joel Embiid just on a rebound, push it back in. Sydney Brown. Peart's pass way off to the side. Brown passes high and Cornea passes over. Sydney Brown, nice pass. Camille Nate hits, sets, and Emma Teichert's hit. Rebels dig it up. Cornea dump sets, and the Panthers dig it up. They set it up and hit long and out. Point to the Rebels, 8-6. Rich trails on the Station on Main scoreboard. Scoreboard gave that point to the wrong team, unless they called it something different. No, it should be 8-6. Kendall Staple serving. Passed high. Nate passes way outside, and Nate misfires into the net. 8-7. Rebels within 1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Unless I missed a point, which I have been known to do. Nate high and outside. Big hit. Back corner in there. 9-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Let's see. 7-3, 8-3, 8-4, 8-5, 8-6, 8-7, 9-7. Should be 9-7. Cokeville got an extra point there. We'll see if the scorekeepers catch that. Service. Tingy receives right at the net. Cornea can't do anything with it. Now 10-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Scoreboard says 11-7. I've got that it should be 10-7. We'll see if that becomes a factor. Tingy, not a good serve receive, and the Rebels shank it off and out. 11-7 on the Station on main scoreboard. Set number 4. Cokeville took the first 2. Rebels took set 3, 25-21. Camille Nate serving. Left to right for Cokeville in the whites. Rebels in the road blacks. Set up in the middle. Hatches hit, stuffed. Boy, and Rich just playing like they did in the first set, playing scared, a little bit nervous, not quite as aggressive in this 4th set. Coach Lamborn takes a timeout, and we'll take one too. We'll be right back on the Station on Main scoreboard. It's 13-7 Cokeville here in the 4th set on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
The Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service.
They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Looks like I missed a point. Cokeville leading 13-7 on the station on main scoreboard. That double checked with the scorekeepers, and a mystery point. Maybe I just didn't write it down. Tingy receives, and Cornea somehow keeps it alive over and in. Set up, STEINECKERT touches down the line. Cornea digs. Brown sets. Wallenstein hits cross court in there. No question there. 13-8. Bear Lake Realty kill for Allie Wallenstein. And the Rebels have some ground to make up, trailing by 5 in set number 4 with Cokeville leading 2-1. Rebels haven't beat Cokeville for a couple of years. In fact, Cokeville with a 2-game winning streak, or 2-match winning streak against the Rebels. Serve, receive, pass, pass over. Rebels, good pass. Cornea high and outside for Wallenstein. AWOL hits back line too far and out. Hitting error gives Cokeville a 14-8 lead on the station on main scoreboard. Bailey Allred back in for Cokeville. Rebels with Tingy, Brown, and Stacy set to receive the service from Emma Teichert. Tingy receives it right at the net. Cornea plays it, keeps it alive, and Hatch passes it over. 4 hits by the Rebels. I thought a Panther touched it to keep it on the Rebels side, but not the case. And Rich trails 15-8 on the station on main scoreboard. Emma Teichert to serve again. Little skipping jump serve. Wallenstein receives. Cornea back line. Stacy slaps it to the back corner. Brown digs. Nate with a back set and a touch attack by Bailey Allred. Drops it into the donut hole of the Rebel defense to put the Panthers up 16-8 on the station on main scoreboard. Panthers took the first 25-15. We had close sets 2 and 3. Panthers took 2. Rebels took set 3. Staples serve receive to the back wall. A service ace, second of the set for Cokeville. 17-8 on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels trail. Teichert serves again. Stacy, good pass this time. Cornea hardly has to move as she sets it up for Wallenstein. Big hit down the line, deflected. The Panthers dig it up and over. Rebels set it up again for Wallenstein, and AWOL hits it off the antenna and out. 18-8. Panthers running away with set number 4. Coach Lamborn asks for a substitution, and Brittany Lamborn will check into the game. Rebel JV team lost in 2, 25-20, 25-23. Freshman lost in 2, 25-20, 25-15. JV team has not lost a lot this year, just 2 or 3 match losses the whole season. Staples serve receive is an overpass. Tapped back, Brown digs, comprehensive family dental dig, and Cornea passes it over. Sydney Brown passes for Cokeville, set up. Riley Teichert hits. Brown again digs. Another comprehensive family dental dig. And Lamborn this time touches it into the block. Soft attack to the right, for the blockers angle, the left side of their hands, and that finds the floor. Bear Lake Realty kill for Brittany Lamborn. She just got her first action in the varsity tonight. Now she'll serve. Right to left at mylocalradio.com. And again, they're giving extra points to Cokeville. It should be 18-9. Now they've fixed it. Rebels block the attack out of bounds. And 18 make it, now it's 19-9. Cokeville leads on the station on main scoreboard. 4th set, Cokeville leads. Service from Lily Richardson. Staples pass. Cornea sets, and Stacy has to hit from her back foot. Nate high and outside for Teichert. Big hitch, crushes it to the back corner. Stacy not happy. I think from her angle, she thought that was out. 20-9. Cokeville leads in set number 4 on the station on main scoreboard. Staple, Brown, and Stacy set to receive. You can see Stacy's passion and intensity. She is not happy with losing this match, especially this 4th set the way it's going. Staple receives. Wallenstein passes up front. Cornea bumps it over. Up front, Nate, quick back set. Jamison hits down the line. Roll attack. Rebels dig. Comprehensive family dental dig. Stacy hit, and Camille Nate with the dig. Passed over. Wallenstein, perfect pass out front to Cornea. High and outside. Stacy hits and dug up on the back line. Nate high and outside to Emma Teichert. Touched across. Brown with a diving comprehensive family dental dig, and Hatch punches it over to the back corner. Overpass, Hatch slaps it again. Lunging dig for Cokeville. Set it up to Teichert again, blocked by the net. Point to the Rebels on the long rally. We haven't had a lot of long rallies tonight. Cokeville, such a scrambling, hustling, and fundamentally sound team. So similar to Rich in that way that they just, Coach Lamborn says in the gym, in practice, no balls can hit the ground. No balls can hit the hardwood. Here's Annie Peart to serve for Rich, trailing 20-10. Rebels need at least 7 or 8 straight here to keep this one close enough to come back. Emma Teichert hits, back line out. From my angle, that looked like maybe touched that back line, but poor angle here to make that call. We'll take the point for the Rebels. Rich within 9. Annie Peart to serve again. Could really use a Crawford Trough and Randolph service ace here. Back line passed high by Riley Teichert. Nate, and then Teichert passes it over from out of bounds. Rebels perfect pass. Cornea in the middle. Staple hits back corner. Lunging dig by Emma Teichert. Punched over. What a play by Nate to stay on the right side of the net. Her shoulder hit the net, and I think Coach Lamborn was asking for that, but the official says nope, she's clean. High and outside, the Cokeville Panthers go to Riley Teichert, and she hits it in 21-11. Boy, from where I'm sitting, I thought I saw that net move. I mean, it was an athletic play by Nate to do all she could to stay out of it, but she touched the net. Jamison serving. Or no, that's Bailey Allred. Rebels, good pass. Cornea high and outside for Stacy. McKenna hits, blocked to the net, or to the floor, 22-11. Cokeville with the lead in set 4. They took the first 2 sets. Rebels took the third, and Coach Lamborn, looking for a good pass, brings Mackenzie Smith into the game. The sophomore on the back line set to receive this service, and she makes a nice pass. Cornea in the middle for Staple, touches it across. Allred dig, set high and outside for Teichert. Rebels dig on the block. A diving dig attempt by Ellie Brown is out of bounds. Crossed the line of the net. 23-11, Cokeville running away in set number 4. Allred serves. Brown dives to serve receive. Cornea high and outside for Smith. Blocked. 24-11, match point coming up for the Cokeville Panthers, with Bailey Allred serving. Rebels some improvement tonight over last year's 3-0 loss against Cokeville. The Rebels very close in set 2 and took set 3 here in Cokeville. Allred serves, match point. Rebels need 13 straight just to keep this set going. Wallenstein gets to take care of business. Little Bachman-Turner overdrive, and Bear Lake Realty kill for AWOL. Her 6th of the match to keep this one going, 24-12. Rebels need 12 more straight. That would be quite a feat. J.C. Cornea to the back line, passed up front. Nate back set in the middle, hit, cross court and out by Allison Peterson. 24-13. We'll count them down. Make a little paper chain like you did for Christmas. Rebels need 11 more. Cornea serves, set, Nate, dump, set, and the Rebels diving dig goes under the net. That's it. 25-13. Cokeville takes the 4th set and wins the match 3-1. Cokeville earns its 7th consecutive match victory and hands the Rebels their first loss since losing at ICS more than 2 weeks ago. 3-1 the final on the Station on Main scoreboard. 25-13. Cokeville takes set number 4. We'll take a quick break and have your post-game show brought to you by Epic Recreation when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, are proud to support the Rich High Rebels in creating their own path and leaving a trail of success in athletics and in activities, in education and in life. Serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997. Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Established in 1870, Randolph, Utah is home. Home to the rich rebels, to hardy people of high character, and to values of dedication, honesty, hard work, education, and respect for self and others. Randolph is also home to friendly folks who love their families, their town, and their neighbors. Count yourself a neighbor whenever you visit Randolph, Utah. Mayor Lynn Weston and the Town Council of Randolph wish the rich rebels good luck and invite you to visit anytime.
Welcome to the Epic Recreation postgame show. Nope, that's in football. This is the Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show. Mound Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. And it's time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meat. The Rebels came in on a Saturday night at Cokeville. Rich had won 24 consecutive sets. Cokeville had won 18 consecutive sets. It was a battle of unbeatens, at least for the last couple of weeks, and Cokeville would take the first set. They jumped out to a 6-1 lead and never looked back, 25-15. Rebels had 5 service errors and no aces in the first set, and Cokeville won again 25-15. Rebels had a 21-16 lead late in set 2. Coach Thompson took a timeout when Cokeville was down by 5 points, and from that point on, from 21-16, Cokeville outscored Rich 9-2 and took set number 2. That was a crucial turning point in the match, I think, as the Panthers came from behind to win. Again, 21-16 to a 25-23 victory. And they went up 2 sets to none. In set number 3, though, the Rebels bounced back, found a way to finish. Again, they had a 21-16 lead in set 3, the same lead they had in set 2. But in set 3, Rich found a way to finish and won 25-21. But then in set 4, again, Cokeville jumped out to an early lead 5-1 and never looked back. 25-13 the final. In set number 4, Cokeville wins 3-1. Rich finished with 16 service errors in the match, 6 aces. Cokeville had 6 aces as well, but just 5 service errors, and Cokeville wins 3-1. The Panthers improved to 20-5 overall. The Rebels dip to 14-6 overall and have lost 3 straight against the Cokeville Panthers. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Gourmet sandwiches, fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. Jimmy John's. Stay tuned. More of the Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show coming up. We'll have some Bear Lake Memorial Hospital postgame highlights and stats, and look ahead at next week and what's coming up for the Rich Rebels on the Western Ag Credit Roundup calendar when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and for the 3rd year in a row, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 100 for quality as well as best practices and critical access, with a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. So, when it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Back on the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Cokeville wins 3-1. Rebels had a 24-set winning streak going. The Panthers had a 20-set win streak going after they took the first 2 sets from Rich, and then the Rebels handed them their first set loss since they lost 3-0 against one of Wyoming's best teams, Star Valley. So a good match tonight. Not great. I'm sure Coach Lamborn will say that they've got a lot to work on, a lot to get better at, but bottom line is, this is a non-region, it's a non-state match, and Rich competed well with Cokeville, losing one of the sets by 2 points and winning 25-21 in set number 3. The post-game highlights and stats are brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. That's Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. And some stats and highlights. The Rebels, too many service errors in this one. They had 15 service errors through the first 3 sets. Now, they took that down in set 4, where they only had 1 service error, but finished with 16. That's just too many, especially when you talk about losing set 2 by 2 points. And that goes a different way. Set 2, the Rebels again lost by 2 points and had 6 service errors in that second set. Now, you can't expect to get points on every service error. If you don't serve the error, you're not going to get a point every time. But let's say you even get cut that down to half that, and you score on one of those, maybe you get that 1 more point and win the match instead of losing 25-23. I guess there's a lot of ifs and what if and that kind of stuff. But bottom line is Rebels competed well but had too many service errors and have got to clean that up, especially looking forward to state tournament time in just a couple of weeks. And next week's Richfield tournament, which is always a competitive tournament, coming up next Friday and Saturday at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield down in Utah. We'll cover the matches on Saturday at that Richfield tournament, and I'll tell you more about that, what's coming up on the Western Ag Credit Roundup calendar. The McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. Late in set number 2, the Rebels were trying to hold on, and McKenna Stacy had just a beautiful soft kill. They were looking for her to hit it hard, and she just touched it in with 2 hands, and that tied the score at 23 late in the second set. Unfortunately, Cokeville got the next 2 points and won, but it was a beautiful play by McKenna Stacy, and that's brought to you by McKay Frankham Dental Services at reasonable rates for the whole family. 170 Arrowhead Drive, number 1 in Evanston, 307-789-8910. Well, these post-game highlights and stats, again, are brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. We'll take one more quick break and be back up with the Western Ag Credit Roundup calendar right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When it comes to farming and ranching, it makes good sense to work with a lender who understands finance and agriculture. Western Ag Credit is an independent cooperative owned by the farmers and ranchers who borrow from it. With competitive rates, your loan is tailored to match your business needs. Real estate, livestock, equipment, and operating expenses. When it comes to farming and ranching financing, Western Ag Credit in Evanston is your partner in agriculture.
Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Eddie and Todd Jensen, owners of Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, are proud to support the Rich High Rebels in creating their own path and leaving a trail of success in athletics and in activities, in education and in life. Serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997. Mountain Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Back on the Mountain Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Mountain Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. A 3-1 win for the Cokeville Panthers over the Rich Rebels. And had McKenna Stacy leading the Rebels with 10 kills. Sydney Hatch with 7. Allie Wallenstein 7 as well. AWOL had, I think, 3 service aces, but I missed a few aces on the Rebels side. Well, 1 service ace I missed, and it might have been AWOL. But either way, the Rebels a close match with Cokeville tonight. And 3-1 win for the Panthers, though. The Western Ag Credit Roundup calendar. Western Ag Credit is your partner in agriculture. They have a Farmers Feeding Families food drive. That's like Peter Piper picked a peck. Farmers Feeding Families food drive going on through October 11th. And for every pound of food donated, Western Ag Credit will match 50 cents. So it's a great opportunity to help serve those who deal with hunger on a regular basis. Looking ahead to next week on our Roundup calendar, Rich School District has parent-teacher conferences Tuesday and Wednesday. And then also Wednesday night, you can tune in here to KADQ for the University of Wyoming Cowboys football coaches show with Craig Bull. 7:07 p.m. on Wednesday nights here on KADQ. Thursday, Rebel volleyball team gets back into it against Mount Vernon. That's at Mount Vernon. It'll be the Rebel freshmen making that trip, maybe some sophomores. So no broadcast, but the Rebels counts as a varsity and a region match. And the freshmen and sophomores will win that one handily. The Royals volleyball team, the Rich Middle School volleyball team, hosts Star Valley on Thursday at 4 p.m. Our next Rebel broadcast, Friday, October 11th, the football team at Duchesne, JV at 4. We may not have a JV game if we're judging by last week's game at Enterprise or yesterday's schedule at Enterprise. The Rebels did not have a JV game. They may decide to do the same thing next week. Either way, though, our pregame will start at 6:15 Friday night for a 7 p.m. kickoff of Rich at Duchesne, the penultimate game of the regular season. Last game on the road, and then Rich will return home the next week to host Monticello. Now, the volleyball team will also be in action Friday and Saturday at the Richfield tournament, and will broadcast all the volleyball matches at Richfield on Saturday. Unfortunately, we'll miss the Friday matches. Also on Friday, the Royals play at here at Cokeville, and that begins at 9 a.m. Looking ahead again to next Saturday, again, we'll broadcast all the Rebel volleyball matches on KADQ and mylocalradio.com. Royals are at the North Divisional Tournament. That begins at 9 a.m. on next Saturday morning, a week from today. And the Wyoming Cowboys football team gets back into action at San Diego State in the San Diego Community Credit Union Stadium. There's another mouthful for you. Pregame's at 7:30, and you can listen live here on KADQ with Dave Walsh, Kevin McKinney, and the crew a week from tonight, beginning at 7:30. 3-1 your final score on the Station on Main scoreboard. That's your Western Ag Credit Roundup calendar. Western Ag Credit at 848 Front Street in Evanston, a lender who understands finance and agriculture. That'll do it for us tonight from Cokeville. Again, the final score is 25-15. Cokeville took the first, 25-23. They took the second. Rebels bounced back for a set 3 victory, 25-21, before the Panthers took set 4, 25-13, to win three games to none. Again, join us next time. The Rebels are on the field. The football team at Duchesne next Friday night. Pregame starts at 6:15, and then we'll be with the Rebel volleyball team all day Saturday at the Richfield tournament. For tonight's videographer, Gary McKee, for our producer, Alyssa McDaniel, back in the studio, I'm Ryan Steineckert. We'll talk with you again soon.